Austin, Texas. How's it going out there? I don't know why I'm off a little bit, and maybe I'm a little bit red, but hey, it's Thursday night, so I'm just going to go with it. This is Jeff Contreras, and if you tuned in already, well, you should know you're watching Therefore I Am, the philosophical show with the political edge. And we've got a wonderful, great, fantastic, stupendous show for you this evening. Actually, this color's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Let's go to 3 real quick. That way I can just kind of get started onto it. And it's a little, I don't know, maybe it's the monitor over here or something. And wow, the light's not working now. It was working just a second ago. Go figure. Anyway, we've got a great show for you tonight. We are continuing with our Hollow Earth series, part 5 actually. And I you know, those people tuned in last week and were expecting, you know, to see Hollow Earth. I appreciate you hanging in there with me. I went to the dentist last week, and I wasn't feeling good. That's why I showed The Corporation, a very fine, fine documentary. I hope you enjoyed it. I know some of you did because I got some emails from y'all, and everything seemed to work out fine. So back to the Hollow Earth this week, and for the rest of the month at least. So that's a good, another 4 shows of Hollow Earth, and we'll try to wrap it up this May, and then we'll see what happens after that. But before we get to today's show, I want to remind you all to watch our fine, fine friends each and every Thursday at Esoteric Science Roundtable with your fabulous host, Corey Curtis. And you can catch that right here on Channel 16. All you have to do is go back in time, like 3 hours ago, and it starts at 7 o'clock, and as I say every week, if you can't go back in time to watch Corey's show earlier this evening, then just tune in next week, and you will be entertained to the nth degree, I am sure. Also, what we have for you is, the Metaphysical Study Group. We have the Metaphysical Study Group, not just me and not just Corey, but other Access producers, each and every 3rd Wednesday of the month. These are at the Spider House, a nice coffee house down there, kind of like, you know, near campus. It starts at 8 o'clock and lasts till whenever. This month it'll be on the 16th. You can look for us in the back by the screening area where they show the movies. Also, if you want to contact me, if we take calls and anyway, yeah, there you go. If you don't get a chance to contact me during the show because, I don't know, maybe we just take calls for 10 minutes or something like that, you can always email me at JLC, which are my initials, at t4am.com, or if you are a MySpace person, you can just go to myspace.com/T4IAM. All right. That being said, I've got something a little bit different talking about the Hollow Earth tonight. I know, you know, for the past 4 weeks, we've been really hitting the science of the Hollow Earth and about why I feel it's just common sense, if you will, that the Earth is hollow. We talked about the missing link and how you're not going to find evidence of the missing link in the fossil record because that DNA, that's the missing DNA from the odd mysteries, the human mysteries of evolution, you won't find it there because that DNA, I feel, comes from inside the Earth. We talked about some of the other Earth mysteries. We covered the Great Flood in great detail. It's a Great Flood. We gave it great detail. A whole show's worth, actually, a whole hour. We talked about lots of evidence of the Great Flood. What else did we talk about? We talked about the expanding Earth, and we'll even show that clip again here, I don't know, in the next 5 or 10 minutes here, of how the Earth really expands. It's not that continents drifted across the planet. It's the Earth expanded. There was not just one supercontinent. There was a smaller planet filled with land, and as the planet expanded, that's how the continents broke apart. We talked about that for a whole hour, and then we recapped it 2 weeks ago, covered everything very quickly, and then talked about the Ice Age myth and how there was no actual Ice Age, how that's just a myth, how the evidence is being misread. That's a little green, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe it's just this monitor, though, so Go figure. And we talked about how the evidence for all these things that we talked about, for plate tectonics, for ice ages, for fossil records, all that is just a misreading of the evidence. And so tonight, instead of staying on science, instead of showing you, how it should be common sense, if you just examine the evidence from a different perspective, taking a step back, I have something for you that's a little bit more spectacular, a little bit more, ooh, that's a very wondrous, something like a lot more tangible, something where you can look at it and say, hey, now I understand what you're talking about. You've whetted my appetite. I really want to know some more about the hollow earth. And so that's what we have tonight for you in part 5 of the hollow earth. And we're going to actually start with the literary record. And you can go back examining written records. You can go all the way back to the ancient civilizations. I touched on this early in part 1, how close to 200 different cultures have so much history of happenings that happen under the surface of the planet.